really with a complete distortion here. So much so that looking at the Ward and June Cleaver thing is now meant as a means of mockery. Instead of going, it was a simpler time, yeah, but it was a less violent time, less confused time. In fact, if you could have that type of situation, an involved father, an involved mother, that really provided a stable home, and it was a great thing. So why mock it? Why think that having two women at home is better than that? But the point is that they want to go, but the reality is not all men are the same, and not all women are the same. Well, no one is saying that they are, but that does not create this confusion of a gender spectrum where you get a bunch of people who inhabit the middle part. And certainly from a biblical perspective, where do you get that? Where are the duties for the middle spectrum laid out? We have clear exhortations to men and to fathers. We have clear exhortations to women and to mothers. Where's the middle? Well, she's an Episcopalian now. She doesn't believe in the sufficiency of Scripture anyways. She doesn't need to find it. Scripture's not sufficient to answer these questions anyway. Which is why she should stop pretending. Well, I guess in a way she is stopping pretending. Anyway, while most people indeed have a heterosexual orientation identity and identify with a single gender that was assigned to them at birth, conception, it has become increasingly clear that this is not the case for everyone, that gender and sexuality might better be understood as manifesting themselves along continuums, with male, female, masculine, feminine, heterosexual, homosexual existing at the poles, but with a variety of identities, orientations, and expressions in between. Sorry, but it's just so much the Yale, Birkenstock, liberal garbage that just gets repeated so often that the Bernie Sanders folks just take it, and I guess the Hillary Clinton folks just take it as a given. Oh, that's true. That's true. Like I said, from a Christian worldview, where do you get the middle part? Where are the duties for the middle people who are not to be fathers, but they're not to be mothers either? So what are they to be? Science and psychology continue to confirm this as a reality. Those are her ultimate authorities. With the American Psychological Association no longer characterizing variations in sexual orientation and gender identity as disorders. And we all know it was completely political. Everybody knows, there's no question that this was done under political pressure. And interestingly enough, the academics amongst pediatricians just came out and made it very clear that the transgender garbage being foisted upon little children is child abuse. And it is. There's no question about it. Some common sense actually came out, but that'll be ignored and be changed very quickly. Give it time, and the people who dared let that happen will be replaced, and it'll come out, well, we didn't really mean it was child abuse. Because, look, these folks are totalitarians. They cannot allow for any other viewpoint. Only warning that stigmatization based on them can negatively affect mental health. People do not typically choose their sexual orientations or gender identities the way one might choose to wear a watch or to take cream in their coffee. And again, it is just such the line. There's not even anything new. There's nothing unique here. It's just that, unfortunately, this woman got a voice amongst believing Christians. This is the wolf who, having consumed sufficient sheep, has gotten tired of wearing the wolf clothing and has taken the wolf clothing off and is sitting over amongst the wolves now. And unfortunately still gets interviewed. Well, tell us a little bit more about your time amongst the sheep. And that's what's going on with it. Most of my gay and lesbian friends recall feeling different from a young age. Notice even she says most. I don't think it's most. I think it's a small percentage that can look you in the eye and say, I've always had a same-sex attraction. The vast majority, it is because of what happened to them, sinful realities in their own past. Some, a lot due to abuse and the sin of others, but a lot due to their own sinful rebellion. And all of us can say, well, I experienced this when I was younger, or that when I was younger. Okay. And when you're told that you can use those things as excuses to blame everybody else, and to then be an excuse for your own rebellious behavior, well, anyway. Frightened at the prospect of being disowned from their families and cast out of their churches because of something they simply could not change, or did not want to change. Efforts intended to reverse sexual orientation through prayer and counseling, once popular within evangelicalism, have proven not only ineffective but destructive, leading to multiple apologies from former leaders of those movements. We've looked at these particular individuals, and of course, again, she's just shilling for the movement. She's just a full-blown gay advocate. And so there's no fairness here. There's no dealing with the number of people who have been healed of this. There's no dealing with the people who have managed to work through these issues, and especially when there is a abuse situation, through forgiveness and redemption and so on and so forth, have been delivered from this lifestyle. No discussion of them, and in fact there can't be discussion of them, because from this perspective those people do not exist. If they exist, then their entire paradigm is wrong. So doesn't happen. Sadly, for many LGBT Christians, and I'm sure she means that not just simply Christians who experience same-sex attraction, but who openly avow these behaviors. And of course, then again, LGBT, it's not same-sex attraction for all them anyways. Those apologies came too late, and the messages they received through conversion therapy led them into marriages based on secrets, or tragically to suicide. So once again, rather than recognizing that homosexuality demonstrates a fundamental disorder that can lead to suicide, you blame it on somebody else. I mean, honestly, I lay at the foot of the Rachel Held Evanses of the world and the LGBT quote-unquote Christian movement, the very thing they're trying to lay at the foot of the Bible. Because the real issue is the fact that homosexuality is not natural, it's not healthy, it is self-destructive. Just look at the lifespans of practicing homosexual males in comparison to heterosexual males, and it's as obvious as the day is long. But by distracting from that, you are in fact endangering even more people. And so I turn the accusation around. You want to say that believing the Bible results in this? I say to you, the obvious evidence is the exact opposite of that. That by encouraging this behavior, you are the one who increases the number of people who are going to experience this self-destructive behavior. Nearly all of us would fail to conform